We're back! God damn it.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Henry, and today we are playing... Well, I've wanted to do these games for a while, and I figured why not start at the starting point. Yes, this is the Return to version. That's mostly because it just shows up better. You know, its colors are a bit brighter. I think it looks easier to see on this screen. The original can be a little too dark at times, which, you know. Ooh, and then do we want to look... I think we're going to go with the chin up. Then, of course, once again, I do always try to make it a bit bright. So sorry if you guys don't like that. I would be playing on my 360 version, but you don't get all the stuff, and if I played it on the PS3 version, it'd have to go through composite. So that's why we're doing this version. And I'm just going on normal because hard is very hard. I know, big shock, right? Hard is difficult, but yeah. This TV likes to darken itself too, which, yeah, I don't know why it does that, but it just kind of does. Honestly, I'm mostly doing this because it's a fairly quick game in comparison. Then City and Night will be much better, honestly. Origins, I think they'll probably do after this one. Just because it's technically it's a prequel, but also this one I feel is a good way to explain sort of the mechanics of the game a bit better. But yeah. Also, Batman's face there is quite funny. Also, ooh, look at that. New, cutscene, interesting. That was not in the original, I'm pretty sure. I don't believe Joker was laughing like a madman right there. He could have been. I don't know. I don't remember all the details of what they changed, but I do believe that was one of the changes. There is a number of changes, and I'm sure somebody in the comment section will clarify. And guess, for the purposes of this, I'm sorry if this bothers you, but I will be using your walkthrough.
Love what you've done with the place.
That's Warden shop to you. Bowles.
Oh, I just realized I forgot to turn on subtitles. Oh well. Whoa, look at him. These guys look way better than the 360 version. I know people don't like it because it's, you know, brighter and cel-shaded now as opposed to the original's more, I don't know what you would call it, just darker version. I do quite like it. Again, it feels a lot more Arkham Knight. Also, let me do this. Subtitles on.
Waiting for you down at patient handle.
Ooh, actually, can I do... Okay. Sometimes there's a... just... Yeah, there it is.
Hey, Sharpie, you getting my good side? Ah, but heck.
I wasn't sure if the subtitles would show up in gameplay or not.
Look at all this new security. How's a guy supposed to break out of here?
New patient in the intensive treatment lobby. All non-essential staff to vacate the area.
Ooh.
Well, it's always nice nice to return.
Vacate the area, please.
Hacienda.
But yeah, look how beautiful this looks. I don't know how people are so disappointed with it. Look at that. It looks so good.
You know what?
The original version I played through not too long ago. I noticed there was a lot of parts that I really couldn't see what was going on, and I had it on max brightness.
Ooh, what'd you
I don't know if there's just a difference between the 360 version being and, you know.
Batarangs, bat claws.
It actually ended up playing better, or at least being easier to see in anaglyphic 3D mode, which I might do like something in anaglyphic 3D mode just to show it off, because I do find that awesome and I just love things like that. I don't know, 3D and like motion controls, all that kind of stuff, I just always really liked. I don't know, it's just kind of one of those things that I find neat.
Catching up to do.
Hello, new patient. This is Quincy Shaw, Warden of Arkham Asylum.
Ooh, it's my favorite show. I'm Warden Idiot. You'll never escape.
I'm Warden Idiot. You'll never escape. I also like how they have an electric guard to get up to, like where the controls are. Also, Bats is running fast. I remember seeing speedruns of this that are only like an hour long because, well, the game isn't all that long. But especially this part takes forever.
I'm telling you, the state of the wiring in these federal facilities is, well, it's shocking. My boys over there could have been hurt in that unfortunate fire.
Just gotta check your prisoner, Officer Bolt.
Whatever, just be quick.
Bowls.
Following procedure. Patient seems to be in satisfactory condition. Looks like he's suffered minor lacerations, probably.
Oh, hey, he's Bowls, so that would explain why he's already a traitor.
Need to take my temperature? I'd be happy to drop my pants.
I'd be happy to drop my pants.
He's good.
I love. Mark Hamill did an amazing job in this game. Like,
Alert in intensive treatment.
I never really paid attention to the Batman TV show. It was alright. Like, Batman the Animated Series was okay. Batman Beyond was probably a bit better, but that's mostly because of other stuff.
Can you smell the excitement in the air? No? Oh, must have been one of the guards then. Rock, old boy! Is that you?
So apparently in an early version of this game that they showed off at, I want to say in E3, he was spun around so he could actually see what was going on, and it made a lot more sense.
At all times.
Although, they ended up changing it because you were supposed to be able to see, or like they wanted you to see Joker's like facial expressions and stuff more. So that's fun.
What's it doing?
I've got your scent, Batman.
I will cut you down.
Get that animal under control!
A toy collar won't stop me from killing you, Batman. And rip you apart. Eat your bones.
Yeah, sure you will.
That reminds me, I really need to get me some new shoes.
Okay, move up.
There's a question, why don't they change him, you know? Is it just because they haven't gotten around to it yet, or... But, like, I've never seen, like, any of these in, you know, military... Or not military, like in prison garb. So they're always wearing their, like, iconic clothes. I get why it's in the comics, because,
I
well,
still have a trick or two
yeah.
on my sleeve. I mean, don't you think it's a little bit funny how a fire at Blackgate caused hundreds of my crew to be moved here?
I thought I told you to stay quiet.
Oh, Frankie, you really should learn to keep that fat mouth of yours shut. It'll get you into trouble.
Tell me something. You've never let me catch you this easily. What are you really after?
Oh, nothing much. Hundreds dying in pain and fear. All their meaningless lives brought to a whole.
I like how Joker really doesn't seem to have a
thanks to you.
plan this time around, too. Like, other times,
Was that the
he most
answer you
definitely
wanted?
speaking has plans. In this specific instance, he doesn't really seem to have a whole lot of purpose.
What's he doing? Stay where you are. Get a flashlight. Get a light on him.
I wasn't sure Mr. Green.
What? Don't you trust me?
Our best has arrived.
Do. I will say, this game, much like Halo 1, has the best atmosphere out of the series, I think. Although, unlike Halo, the sequels play better.
I'll be sure to try harder next time. What say we?
Oh, no, but for real though, like, I love Halo 1. Halo 2 is alright. You know, I think it's pretty fine.
Joker invades City Hall and holds
But
the
the Arkham series,
leaving
they
it
just
to
go
me
up
to
and up
pursue
until
teams to
night,
begin
and then
with you.
I'm really excited for Bat Family or whatever they call it.
Hopefully the last one we'll ever have with you.
Should be fun. And also, Batman
Hold it there.
feels very accurate to play,
I assure you.
you know, when Shadow's coming back and all. You know, all of it is very edgy.
I think he's talking about you, Bats. Don't be a stranger. You're always welcome here. Gotta say, it's good to be back.
Gotta say, it's good to be back.
Okay.
He surrendered almost without a fight. I don't like it.
At least he's back where he belongs.
For now. But only for now.
Get up. Now.
Joker's loose. Alert the warden.
Joke's on you. Honey, I'm home.
Come on in.
Also, did you notice that it's all lane tech? Like, gates and stuff too, which kinda funny, honestly.
And you sprang it gloriously. Now let's get this party started.
In the past, I had wondered why was it that so much of the Asylum was kind of, it felt almost built on top of for all the weird tech stuff. Then I realized it kind of makes sense in a way if you're assuming that,
Just warming you up, Bats.
like, yeah.
Fresh from Black Ink Electro where the combined it's round two. Sorry, Bats. Gotta run. I got places to go.
I don't know, it's all, this game is actually pretty well designed as far as explaining why everything is in the level of decay it is. That is one thing that I will admit other games in the series has a bit more problems with. Especially come later on in it. Certain things do start to feel a lot more.
I'll find a way out. Gordon, try and contact the warden. Let him know what's happened.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Bats.
I forget how you do those. I do remember how you do this one.
Always with the heroes.
Why didn't you just come find me? You know it's a trap.
Of course it is.
I also love how Batman's just so nonchalant about it. He's like, yeah, of course it's a trap. I love that. I feel like if you have to come back later on for that one, then for these you can actually just double tap and it will auto target them, which is pretty nice. Yet again, I forget how you like. I really hope the game explains it later on. But then this, I can't remember. Yeah, there's like a lot of interesting stuff as far as what each of the weird things do. Oh no.
Everywhere that madman goes, death is sure to follow.
Guards are dead around me.
All patients should take their medication at the prescribed times each and every day.
Warning. Security breach in level B3. Warning. Security breach in level B2. Warning. Security breach.
And now, let's go ahead and ground take down. And not the greatest at this game, but you know, should be enough, I suppose.
Security breach in level B3. Warning. Security
What
breach
happened?
in level B3.
Joker happened. You're lucky to be alive.
You're lucky to be alive.
Door's jammed. I'll try and get it open.
We need help in pacification. I repeat, we need backup in pacification. Can anyone hear this?
Can you hear me? I'm with Batman. Hello?
Where are they?
Back down there. Do you need help?
No. I work better alone.
Zaz is free! Oh god, he's got Mike!
Franklin, can you hear me?
Ah!
Man, help's on the way.
I like how they just assume Batman's gonna be chill about it, like... I mean, obviously he is, but like... You know.
Oracle, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's up?
Joker's escaped custody. He's running free in Arkham.
Do you need anything? Is my dad still there?
Commissioner Gordon is safe. Joker's not far ahead. I'll stay in contact.
He could have been a dick about it if he wanted to. Oh yeah, the Zaz part.
Thank God.
It's
He's
Zaz.
got Mike.
Mike.
Strapped in the chair. Zaz is totally lost it.
Wait here.
You can't. He'll kill Mike if he sees anyone trying to get close.
He won't see me.
I see anything that looks even a little bit like a bat, and this guard dies. Do you hear me?
It's interesting that they went for Zaz to be the first of them too, like... You know, he is a mass genocidal maniac. And the game just kind of throws him at you like, oh yeah, that's normal. I don't even have the bat claw yet. Weird.
Keep away.
This is disgraceful. How did a patient like Victor get free?
How did a patient like Victor get
He
free?
wants to kill the guard, you know. He needs to kill the dog.
See, it's interesting. They're like, oh yes, he really wants to kill that guy.
Zaz has got my buddy. He's gonna fry him. Do something, please.
Keep him occupied. I need to get behind him.
And he...
I've got to get close enough to Zaz to strike.
He'll see me coming on the ground.
Come on, let me flip over there. Okay, yes, I know there are gargoyles there, please.
Zaz is down, not for long. Got to get close and take him out.
I kind of just kind of boop his nose, like boop.
Animal back in his cell.
It's a shocking rescue, guys. She's now subbing for the old man.
In case you ain't figured it out, today is the Joker's big homecoming, and you're the guest of honor.
You have one chance to surrender, Quinn.
You have one chance.
Now the inmates are running the asylum. Well, technically the Joker's goons shipped him from Blackgate, but you get the idea. Bye-bye for now.
And there's the costume that 1,000 hentai were designed after.
Batman, you picking this up?
I mean, like, I get why, but
Arkham
still.
Asylum just vanished off the network.
He's in control of the security system. He's probably isolated it from the grid.
That's not all he's done.
That, I believe, you have to come back with explosive gel.
Bombs all over Gotham. Says he'll detonate them if anyone sets foot on Arkham Island. It's being suppressed at the moment, but the story will break any time now.
Come
He's
on.
lying. It's just a diversion to keep people away.
How do you know?
I know him.
Yeah.
Try the radio. Control should be able to shut down the gate.
Harley
I
thinks she
believe
has me
this
trapped in this
is...
chamber.
Yeah, this is the one for
She
this.
was very bright.
Guard 38 to control. Come in. Anyone picking this up?
I swear. Is there a different control nowadays? Yeah, I swear. I was like, why can't I... I swear I'm holding it and it's just not doing anything. It must be one of those things that you have to unlock first, which is annoying when the game does that kind of thing, but you know. For whatever reason, it's quite common in games to do that kind of thing. Don't ask me why. Welcome to Heaven.
Batman, I'm patching you into the guard radio feed.
Steve, more Blackgate prisoners. By the boiler. Who's that behind them? Oh my god, it's Joker. He's free! How'd he break out?
Sorry, feed's down. Comms are up and down like crazy. It's not good. I'll keep trying.
Oh, there it is. I knew there was a Riddler trophy around here somewhere. That'll be nice once I get triple back.
Trapped in there. What is that stuff?
Joker toxin. Listen, the room is full of poison gas. Anyone caught in there is dead.
Are you gonna get in there and help them, Batman?
Yeah, I got it. I'm goddamn Batman. Of course I'm gonna go fix their problems. Gotta go fix that problem.
Escape attempt. Joker's been planning this.
I gave you that idea, Batman.
Please help me.
The fact that Joker said, "Okay, I'm not planning,
Over here.
or I'm not planning on escaping right now," or
Stay
what?
here.
Real galaxy brain right there, you know? Alright, there's an inmate.
Hold on a little longer, Steve. I can't.
I'm going after the animal who did this.
Batman! The extraction system! Steve was trying to get to the control panel at the end of the room! Yeah.
I can't believe he left me here. That son
He's like, okay, I'll bring you up. I wish that's how all electronics worked. You just smack it with a giant metal bat to open it.
Attention. Air purity is now at normal levels.
Do.
Attention. Decontamination room access is now permitted.
Go Batman! You rock! Joker doesn't stand a chance.
No, he doesn't. Okay, that must be one that I had to hack later. Which, I mean, fair enough, I suppose. Yes, this is pretty much how this game goes. You just run around. Every now and then you find a little bit of a secret. And you feel excited. Ooh. I unlocked a Wayne technology. Let's see, what do I want to get? I get a special throw combo. I could combo batarangs. That one's actually pretty useful. I'm not gonna knock it. Combo. Ooh, those are pretty nice. The inverted takedown is probably my favorite. And there's just like some weapon stuff. Ooh. Stronger batarangs and twin batarangs. Ooh. Remote controlled batarang. I'm gonna go for inverted takedowns just because they're pretty much mandatory. Like, I'm not even sure how people manage it without inverted takedowns. It's a good reason why people in later, or like why in later games, that's not considered a optional upgrade. Oh shit! I did not see the loonies. Haha. Okay, so nothing over there. And I suppose we just have to follow the Joker.
There's no escape, Joker. I will find you. I'm counting on it. Just not yet.
Just not yet. Oh hey, there's a brute. Or what is it? Titan. Yes, it's the Joker's Titan venom. Where's it venom? Either way, that stuff isn't good. Ouch. Okay then. Oh, and then he had a heart attack and died. Yes, that is literally how the first battle goes.
Well, note to self, need stronger test subjects. Seeing as how I'm feeling generous, I'll give you this one for free. Knock me off, I dare you. End this. Pull the plug. Stop me once and for all. Oh, you're getting too predictable, Bats. Well, I'd love to stay and chat, but I have a party to organize. I've got guests flying in from all over Arkham. You'll see.
Interesting. I wonder if you can guess what villains those are.
Batman, I'm over here. Quick, get in here before more of them come.
Oh, there you are.
They came out of nowhere. I dragged Jerry in here, powered up the gate. Must have passed out.
Joker went through that door. What's on the other side?
We call it extreme isolation. Only way in is via the transport system.
Open it.
Not a problem. I'll just need to call another cell. Okay.
Not a problem. I just can't do that.
The main security loop is locked.
Having a little trouble up there?
Joker.
You're expecting maybe Two-Face?
There's no escape, Joker.
Two-Face!
I don't want to escape. I'm having way too much fun.
I love Joker in this. He's just so much fun to talk about.
Not for long.
Really? We'll see. Ta-ta! Oh, I forgot to say. Just in case you were planning on following me, I've arranged a little insurance. Gordon is on his way to Harley as we speak.
Officer Bowles.
Officer Boyles.
If I see you trying to follow me, he dies. Harley's looking forward to it. Maybe I'll film it and post it on the internet.
Oh, God. I know what that means.
The transport system is down. Best I can do is open the door you came in.
One of my least favorite sections in the game is coming up soon.
Bowles wasn't too smart. He'll have left a trail.
Basically, I'm just not very fond of...
Batman, what's happening?
Joker's escaped. He sealed himself off. He's got your
I'm
phone.
just not very fond of a certain
Don't worry, I'm getting him
section.
Okay.
A certain villain in this game in
back. Oracle, I'm
specific.
getting him back. Joker will not win. I won't.
I liked his appearance
I'm
much
starting
more
where
in
he
later
was taken.
games.
A guard named Frank Bowles attacked him. If I find Frank, I'll find your father.
Bruce, hurry, please.
I bet you're wondering how I did it. Was it a clue?
I like how it's actually a video. You know what I mean? I think in the original it was like a JPEG or something.
Me and Frankie go way back. I got him out of the swamp bother a few years ago. So I need security codes for an old man underground?
I know it's the expert lounge, just let me scan it. Come on, game. I really hope it's just not the controller messing up, because that would suck. Yeah, look at that. Somebody is dead.
It's the bat!
Bonk, bonk, bonk. And finally crawl onto your chest. Run around every night.
Oracle, I'm at the holding cell. I'm setting up a crime scene.
So what's the plan? Isolate something in that room unique to Bowles?
Exactly. dropped this flask. Sloppy. Let's see what the forensic scanner picks up. I can follow traces of alcohol from Frank's bourbon in the atmosphere. Oracle, I've got a trail.
That's great. You follow it. I'm grabbing every reference to Arkham I can find. Maybe useful later.
Ooh, yes, of course. This way! Oh yeah, there's the buggers.
Hello? What's happening there? I'm trying to contact Steve. Is he there?
Hold 1 second. I'll see if I can find him.
What's wrong with this thing? Unreliable.
Stupid,
How
unreliable.
did Joker get... Be quiet. What's going on?
B-Man. Mr. J doesn't want
Mr. J doesn't want your phone on this just yet. Ooh, already his suit's torn. He's really got to invest in a better suit, I think.
What the hell happened?
No way you're following us now. Your trap's down there to me and Mr. J. I'm ready.
Yeah, so it goes up the shaft. Haha.
Gordon was taken up to the surface in the elevator. If I want to follow them, I'll need to do this the old-fashioned way.
I mean, there's always just this giant ha.
Harleen Quinzel?
Call me Harley. Everyone does.
I'm surprised you want to intern here at Arkham.
I've always had a thing for extreme personalities. You can't deny there's an element of glamour to these super criminals.
I'll warn you right now. These are hardcore psychotics. Most would rather kill you than speak to you.
I'm sure I'll be fine, Doctor.
They'll eat you for breakfast.
She has a
I mean
boner
it.
for
One
a
or two
criminal.
of them will enjoy it
Interesting.
too. Be careful.
It's almost like if that's pretty expected. Ooh, let's see what Batman's thing is. When his parents would come down in front of him, young Bruce Wayne resolved to rid Gotham City of the crime element that took their lives. He trained extensively to achieve mental and physical perfection, in addition to mastering martial arts, detective techniques, and criminal psychology. Dressed as a baddie, or to prey on criminals' fears, Batman fights crime with the aid of specialized gadgets and vehicles, operating out of a secret Batcave below Wayne Manor. Look at that. He's 6'2" and 210. He's trained to physical and mental peak, arsenal of gadgets, vehicles, and advanced technology, inventor, detective, and genius level intellect, expert in most forms of martial arts, trained in all aspects of criminology, master in physical sciences, computer expert, master of disguise, photographic memory, trained in stealth and espionage techniques, expert in escape arts. Interesting. Insanely homicidal supervillain, the Joker's white skin, green hair, and blood-red lips belay the chaotic nature underlying his cartoonish appearance. The self-styled clown prince of crime has no superpowers beyond a capacity for incredible violence and a skill at creating deadly mayhem. He frequently concocts elaborate schemes to entrap his arch-nemesis Batman. That's interesting that you don't know what his name is, like, at all. Also, he's really light. He's only 160. repentant homicidal maniac, albeit without a precise psychological diagnosis. Surprisingly strong hand-to-hand combat. His past is unknown. Conflicting reports state that he was a failed comedian, petty thief, and a broken family man. All true so far. Employs various deadly weapons, often based on party gag items. True. Frequently uses a toxin that stretches the victim's face into a Joker-like grin and causes death. True again. Anyway, there's old Sharpie, buddy. Quincy Sharp has been running Arkham Asylum for the past 3 years and has dedicated his life to restoring sanity, the so-called supervillains that plague Gotham City. He is currently campaigning to become the next mayor of Gotham. To facilitate this campaign, he has instigated stringent new security and experimental research policies at Arkham. I always figured he would be heavier than Batman. Intense dedication to cleaning up Arkham, pompous and old-fashioned demeanor with a focus on his own political aspirations, contempt for Arkham inmates, and disinterest in their specifics of their treatment masks a cowardly nature. Or, you know, he could just not give a shit. Ooh, Frank Bowles. Frank's been working at Arkham for 8 years. Twice he's been suspended for drinking on the job, and regularly holds poker nights in the guard room. Frank is desperate to be the top dog at Arkham. He fails to recognize that he is considered untrustworthy and generally disliked. I also like how his first appearance is this game. Arrogant belief that he's the best guard in Arkham Asylum. He uses sarcasm to cover up insecurities and failures. Violent temper has resulted in many injuries to patients. Oracle. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot that's what she looked like back then. Because she looks nothing like that in later games, so it's just kind of funny. The daughter of Gotham City Police Commissioner James W. Gordon, Barbara Gordon, was forbidden by her overprotective father from joining the JCPD. Instead, she took on the identity of Batgirl and was a crime-fighting partner of Batman for years. But that all ended when Joker shot her through the spine. Paralyzed from the waist down and confined to a wheelchair, Barbara adopted a new identity of Oracle, and now aids the Dark Knight with her computer expertise, providing Batman with a constant stream of information in the field to aid his battle against crime. And apparently sometimes it's not Barbara Gordon? Yeah, I can't remember what it was, if it was a game or a movie or what, but I remember distinctly there was one time where it was actually a different character altogether was Oracle. Yeah. Mostly because they had Batgirl in it. I was like, wow, she is really fucking light. Look at that. 126. That girl is like near anorexic, man. Also, look at that. DC 359, and that was only 1967. Man, there's been a lot of comics. Eidetic memory. Almost total recall of everything she sees and reads. Extensive headquarters in Gotham City's clock tower, filled with information archives. Ooh, the clock tower. We get to see it in a later game. High-level hacking and computer skills. Commissioner Jordan. Police Commissioner James W. Gordon dedicates his career to cleaning up the corruption in Gotham City Police Department, a goal which he has come a long way towards accomplishing. He has been equally tough on crime and in pursuit of making Gotham City the safest for all its citizens. Gordon has forged an uneasy alliance with Gotham's other top crime fighter, the mysterious vigilante known as Batman. What do you mean, uneasy? He loves Batman. And Robin, like, solves all sorts of weird riddles. I just love that. I just love the old Batmans from the 60s, because he was just so... Everybody was so nice back then. Experienced police officer, trained criminologist, proficient in hand-to-hand fighting techniques, expert marksman. It's true, he shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Darling, you give love a bad name. Oh, the Riddler. With an obsessive compulsive need for attention, Edward Enigma is determined to be the most outlandish of Gotham's city's criminals, concocting a labyrinth series of clues and riddles around his crimes. Batman has proven a worthy opponent capable of deducing Riddler's plans. But Enigma is dedicated to creating mystery the Dark Knight will not be able to solve in time. That is pretty much a accurate depiction of how those two's, like, thing is. It's pretty funny. I like how it's Edward Nashton, or Edward Enigma. He is a professional criminal. And wow, I'm kind of surprised he showed up so late. The Joker was the very first villain that Batman fought, which is interesting. But now Riddler's kind of taken over as the main villain, if you will, in a lot of things. He's genius intellect, driven by a need to test his wit against the law enforcement by leaving clues to his planned crimes, compulsive need for attention. Is he Mr. Zaz? True sociopath, Zaz grew up with a life of ease, but nonetheless became a serial killer. Indiscriminate in his prey, body count is the only thing that matters to Zaz. He takes pleasure in arranging the corpses of his victims in lifelike poses before carving a mark in each of his victims into their body. He is saving a special spot for Batman. Yeah, he really is just called Victor Zaz. And he surprisingly showed up really late in the series, 1992. Sociopath with no regard for human life, no pattern of killing, making him difficult to track, compulsive need to kill others. I don't have anybody else yet, do I? Nope. Do. I also like how it mentions Lucius Fox there. Like, I mean, yeah, he shows up sometimes, but it's just not a name that you see all that often. Especially early on. Like, yeah, later on he starts showing up a lot more. Especially in the time period right after The Dark Knight. Because I think those movies kind of solidified him in as the main Batman assistant. That isn't Alfred, of course. There was other assistants before him, though, that, you know, had built Batman tech. It's just... it's interesting to see that he specifically got almost replaced. Or not replaced. He pretty much replaced the people who were before him.
How many are there, Balls? Hang on, I think I help you know what to do. Balls! Frank, what are you doing? No, right now! Frank, what the hell?
Frank, what the hell?
It's some piece of work, Frankie.
Yeah, those are breakable, but I don't think I can actually... Once again, it's weird because all the stuff is like, you know, you're used to just starting the game with it later on in the series. Because honestly, at the start of the game, even, you get a massive arsenal in later games. So in this game, where you're kind of limited for quite a ways into it. I don't know, it's a very different approach to an Arkham game. Not per se that it's worse or better, it's just, you know, very different.
Warning, Arkham Intensive Treatment is under emergency lockdown.
Yeah, then looking at this stuff, so... oh, yes, here we go. Now I'm finally allowed to scan stuff. Finally.
I am the spirit of Amadeus Arkham.
Amadeus,
Through
Amadeus,
my actions,
ooh,
I have saved
Amadeus.
this cursed city.
Amadeus,
And my own
Amadeus,
curse is to forever
ooh,
remain
Amadeus.
in the shadows. My story is carved into the very soul of Arkham, and will only be revealed to those dedicated enough to discover it.
So, strange writings and symbols that have been found around Arkham Island and deciphered by Batman. These must have been left here for a reason. What story do they tell? They exist. Yeah, those are kind of like a running thing, and you can kind of get a feel for Arkham itself later on because of it. And I almost forgot about Harley Quinn. In Arkham Asylum, psychiatrist assigned to treat the Joker, Dr. Harleen Quinzel, instead became obsessively fixated on her patient, believing herself to be in love with him. She helped him escape confinement and took her own criminal identity as Harley Quinn. Quinn is a violent and unpredictable felon whose only motivation beyond general mayhem is achieving the Joker's approval. Because of his cruel and mercurial nature, this is, in some ways, makes her just another one of his victims, albeit a very dangerous one. She is surprisingly heavier than Oracle. I don't believe it. I don't buy that. Also, she showed up in 1999? Really? It seems really late for her. Surprising strength and stamina, superior gymnastics skill, total disregard for human life. Like the Joker, she's a homicidal sociopath or psychopath who escapes easy classification. Again, I'm vaguely surprised about that.
Joker was right. Please. Bring it home. They don't stand it.
I kind of want to get the combo batarang. That's because combo batarang ties into like twin batarang and stuff. I don't know. I just like the batarangs.
You want some of this?
I feel like this game's version of the batarang is especially fun too. Like, yeah, later on you get a ton more power-up batarangs, if you will. But none of them quite feel as smooth as this version's. Also, I just kicked that guy in the face.
Batman, how's it going? Any sign of Dad?
Not yet, but I'm getting close. Harley Quinn tried to slow me down, dropped an elevator on me.
Did it work?
Of course not. I'll get back to you when I reach the end of the trail.
What if you're like, oh yeah, you know, I got crushed by a thing. It's not like it matters much. Oh, come on, let me get up there. Yeah. You don't know jack about Gotham. I forget what the challenge is here.
You don't have to.
Don't have to. I just want to.
Okay, boss says no one gets past. And any moves, shoot it. You got it. Anyone coming this way? Yeah.
Aha. Gargoyle.
Oracle. Joker's men have taken control of the cell block transfer corridor.
That's not good. I patched into a guard radio. It sounds like Joker's crew have got their hands on weapons.
I know. I'll calibrate the Cowl's vision mode to isolate armed henchmen.
Thank you.
The direct approach is suicide. I need to be smart. Find a different way past them.
You down. Nobody will notice your death. Take down you. That's a thing too in later games that I don't know if it's in this one. Or you can do the fast knockdown if you're like in a rush. And you can just be like, eh, I'm good. I don't really feel like it.
No problem, Paul. The boys are just finishing off. The Arkham chumps never stood a chance.
Good. Our friendly neighborhood rodent is on his way. You need to set a trap. He must not leave this building. Oh, look who it is. Are your pointy ears burning? I suppose I'd better warn my boys you're on the way. Hey, maybe I won't. It'll be a nice surprise.
Ah. That does make me wonder. Do you think that the Joker calls them his boys? Even though that, like... Yeah, I don't know, it's just... the Joker's a bit weird. Especially in this one, I feel like they didn't quite have what they wanted him to be like nailed down. But then again, it just... a lot of stuff in this one feels a little bit like that.
Arkham Asylum is now under new management. Here's a quick update on what's going on. Attention! We have an escaped patient. Dresses like a bat. Oh, what an idiot. Should be considered costumed and dated. Personally, I think the best solution is to put him out of his misery. It's the only reliable cure.
It's the only one, guys. I'm gonna come over here, drop down, and just silent takedown you. And I'm gonna come over here. Yeah, and then I can just invert it on him.
Hey, get off me! Did you really think it was gonna be that easy, Bess? I sent a few more of my boys your way. Let's see how you deal with these.
Come on! Joker wants him found. Spread out! He could be
Joker
anywhere.
wants her found.
Then keep your eyes open. Now move.
Please, cut me down!
Let's see.
Ever tell you the one about me and Batman fighting on top of the Gotham Library? He's not that scary. He's nothing. Probably not even a man.
Joker wants the bat.
Yet again, though, I don't know if it's just this game in specific or if I'm just getting better at the series, but I feel like these guys aren't exactly the best at, you know, the whole keeping track of their friends kind of thing. I feel like that kind of situation where you can just kind of choke someone out does happen a fair bit. Especially in this one. Maybe later games gets better. I genuinely don't remember if it ever does get any better. Oh, I remember this one. You have to kind of line it up so that it looks like a...
Boys, you can do it. He doesn't stand a chance.
See, it's like this. I'll deal with it afterwards.
We go. We can handle this.
Now all I have to do is just... corner takedown. Sorry, dude.
Oh, boo! You win again, Beth. I'll face it. I'll get you next time.
I forget how you get that lined up properly. I think it's a thing, I'm sure of it.
Patient interview number 1. So, I'm your first, am I, Tubs? You know what they say, you never forget your first time. I'll try to make it memorable for you.
Oh, you already have. Tell me, why do you do the things you do?
Why do you think I do it?
Fame? Notoriety? A desire to stand out from the crowd?
A wicked sense of humor.
You're good. How did you figure me out, Doc? I've had doctors poking around in here for years.
Yet again, just...
No one was as astute. And if you don't mind my
Joker is just a meme lord in this one.
Really? You're just playing with me.
Well, you'll never know, will you? Unless...
Unless what? Tell me.
Tell me. Well, you know what? Now that I have the ability to, might as well go back throughout the rest of the facility and actually, you know, scan everything that I can scan. And from seeing that earlier, I know there is some of those lying around here somewhere. The chattery teeth guys. They are somewhere around here. It is actually genuinely easier to just use detective mode to find them because they do show up. Up. Come on, Batman, stop going downwards. Flippin' weirdo. Okay, where they just docked here? Okay then. Maybe my eyes did deceive me. Could have sworn I saw one around here somewhere, but if I didn't, whatever. Gotta get back over to that opening area. Luckily, cell block transfer is pretty short to run through. It's just a matter of climbing all the way down to the bottom. Ugh. Climbing down, climbing up, climbing down, climbing up. If you want to get everything when you first get the chance to, you gotta do a lot of climbing up, climbing down, climbing up, climbing down. Whoa! Thank you, bats. Just transfer loop, transfer loop. It's It's a loop for transferring. I guess. Decontamination? Can I get down to the very bottom right now? Interesting. Ooh. There's something around here. But no, that wasn't what I wanted. Guess it's going through here, because I want to get back over to, like, the other side of those. Is this cure treatment? No. So I guess, yeah, you do have to go through decontaminate. I don't know. I don't know why, but I didn't think you actually had to go through decontamination to get back to there, but whatever. Nothing's a big problem, really. Hey, you gotta come back here with the ability to shut down those later on, I'm sure. So there's lots of gates that you can't. Excuse me? You just can't go back to that area for now. Okay, then. Okay, now go down to encrypted sequence. Okay, I guess I can just. Yeah, I guess I just can't get to that side of stuff right now. Weird, but whatever. I do quite like that, just. Yeah. I don't know, it just feels very Jokery to do that. Then in here, as I was trying to do earlier, all I gotta do is just take a picture of the penguin here. What do you mean it's obscured? It's like literally all that I'm looking at right now. What do you mean it's obscured? There's literally nothing I can do more to get it out of obscurity. What do you mean? It's like right there, dude. Maybe I just can't do it right now. I don't know. Heading up. Wait a second, was that the lobby I saw a sign for? Is that just where... Okay, so that was just that, and then over here is closed off. Okay, fine. I also like how Arkham Asylum really isn't that bad a place to be. You know, like look around you. It's so pretty. You can tell that they do quite enjoy ensuring that their patients have at least a little bit of humanity left in them. Yeah. Yeah. Batman. I believe Batman at some point took like lessons in like speaking from Link or something, because he does seem to have quite a few of those moments where he's just like, huh, huh, huh. I guess once I get the line launcher, I'll be back, though, anyways, so it's not like it matters a whole lot. Whee! Oh, honey, I won't be messing with them. Yeah, I think after Frankie Boy gets knocked out, that'll be it for this episode. No, please escape. Yeah, my R button isn't exactly the best. And it's not, you know, the worst thing ever, it's just kind of annoying because, you know, some games really like to use it. A lot of games that I play just don't really use them very much, so, you know, a lot of the time it's not a big deal. It's just some games are really fans of R and L.
Joker must have figured out how I was tracking Gordon. Officer Bull's trail stops here.
I like how it just teleported me up here. It's like, yeah, you're good. Oh, now he's going to talk about his thingy.
The Riddler, and more importantly, your intellectual superior. My genius has allowed me to easily hack into your primitive communications. My goal is simple. You complete a series of amusingly taxing challenges and, well, you'll see. Ready for your first one?
I was like half a second away from actually having it work.
Cut
That's
yourself
fun.
on this sharply observed portrait. So you did it! it! Well done! I would have expected a child to work that one out, let alone the world's greatest detective. I, Edward Nigma, have placed a dazzling selection of challenges and puzzles around Arkham. Can you solve them all? Will you find all my trophies? Are you ready to give up? Your puny mind is no match for my own.
Hey, Batman!
Hey, Batman. He nods at you. I think with that, I will be calling it for now. It's been fun, but you know, don't want to have this go on for too long. Thanks for watching. See ya.